Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are in the world. This is Howie, and I'm here to help you win with money. Today is April 25th, 2022. This is the beginning of a new week, but this video will cover trading week number 16. Before we go on to ETrade, if you're on Facebook, join me in this Facebook group, Investing 102. This is where you can level up your investment knowledge. I do post my trades literally a few minutes after I do them. So you can see that a lot of times I have my trade data or other information like this here. You can see that I posted some trade data for a particular trade. Here's another trade on a different day, another trade on a different day. So I literally post up my trades a few minutes after I put them up. Let's go straight to ETrade. I got ETrade loaded. What I normally do is put on a filter, hit apply, change the date. I like to just copy this in and out and then paste that into my pivot table. Okay, and what it looks like is it will look like that when I paste it. And I'm going to do the magic of editing. And the data will look like this after I added a few other attributes. Again, every week I number it. I number the number of trades. I add some extra stuff to help me calculate the values. But this is all from ETrade, this column here. So this column's from ETrade, this column's from ETrade, this column's from ETrade. And then I use some formulas to help me out. And then the date comes from ETrade. And then this is what I put in as my memo or notes. And then I keep track of every trade with some formulas to help me calculate the iron condors. So let me fix that. I see this is a mistake here. That should be an iron condor. Now let's go to the summary. Go to the top of the spreadsheet. Scroll down a little bit. I'm going to just hit the right mouse click, hit the refresh. And here's my weekly data. This is week 16. Based on this, I made a small profit last week. Let's go to our other pivot table, hit the refresh button. So this is my monthly total so far. My quarterly totals, that was last quarter. You can see that. And come back over here. This is what the numbers look like. So my running P&L so far for this year is $5,000, which is not a lot compared to what I even did last year. Last year I was already up to $16,000 by this point. Let's talk about a few trades. The first thing we want to talk about is the SPY. We'll put a filter on that. And you see literally every SPY trade that I did last week was part of my 2-3-4 method. And if you just do a quick summation of that, I made $226 just in this 2-3-4. The 2-3-4 method means I could only put on 2, 3, or 4 option contract iron condors on SPY for no more than $9,000 of buying power. And you can see how in this week, really most of it is rolling. I'm rolling the untested side for some premium. I did end up closing this May 20th with only 28 days left, and it cost me $230 to close. And then I opened a new iron condor, and you can see that here. I collected $357 there. But you can see how I'm doing this almost every week. There's always something to adjust to collect a little bit more premiums. And this works because as long as you're closing them, even if the market moves in one direction, and it has. Remember, the market has dropped 3 weeks in a row for the S&P 500. But this I've been doing every week, and you can see it. I made profit every week if you watch my older videos. This is week number 16 video, but go back to week number 15 and 14. And I still made profit on the SPY Iron Condor move. Now, Friday was a big move. It was a 2.5% move downward. And if the market continues these sharp moves in the next 2 or 3 days, it can actually cause some problems. I may want to take a 1x or 2x loss now and then sit out in cash and just wait. But let's see what happens with the rest of the week first. I put a filter on Riot, and let's talk about Riot. For Riot, most of it is covered calls being adjusted. I'm rolling them down, and then I created a new cover call. If you look at this here, small, I collected $84 in premium this week. I did buy another 100 shares, so that cost me, I think I got it for like 13 bucks a share or something like that. This is how you adjust your position. And when I see the price is what I think is a pretty decent value, and I think Riot will eventually trade up, I added more shares to it. Let's put a filter on AMD. So for AMD, what I end up doing this week is I lowered my May 6th from 117 to 115. And then on Friday, AMD I think touched like $86. So I'm really glad I did a deep in the money cover call because I pulled the cash out. It's almost like selling the stock. I took the cash out. Now that it's lower, my cover call now is out of the money. I'm sure it'll rebound up eventually. But I have one cover call that's still above the money, which is this one here, and I just rolled it down to a 115. But I have another one here still that is I have a $95 strike price on this one. So I'm still playing both sides of it, and there's a reason why I do that. I'm trying to just reduce risk. Put a filter on SoFi. This is what I did for SoFi this week, $37, not much. Remember, SoFi has been doing horrible. SoFi has been downtrending because of the pause in student loan repayments, which means nobody needs to refinance their student loans. SoFi is not going to do so well. So you see I've been rolling my cover calls down because these things are just, the shares have tanked. So what I need to do is continually make money because these $37 each week or 30 bucks each week, they eventually add up. They add up and they can help really ease the pain. So we don't know what's going to happen. A lot of times I'm buying these stocks for the long term. I'm buying it for 5 or 10 years down the road. So if I do this enough, hopefully it will hit profitability a lot sooner. Let's put a filter on Skechers. So for Skechers, you see I did a move last week. I did roll, I believe I rolled it down and out. And I see that here. I rolled it to 43. This week, so that week I collected $42. But this week I think Skechers was rolling, it was actually moving up. So I ended up rolling it back. I rolled it up and out instead of down and out. So I'm moving back to the $44. But now, instead of May 6th, I pushed it to a May 27. So that's all the trades I had. Since most of my trades were around the SPY, and you saw that I did like 5 sets of moves for the SPY last week in my 234 portfolio. So there wasn't much to talk about. The only thing you want to be cautious is you see this, another 1% drop. If it continues to do this for another 2-3 days, most traders who are trading like short term, anywhere from like 2 days to even 40 days out, you're going to start feeling the pain. The only way you won't is when the market turns green. And so sometimes when it does turn green, you need to decide if you're going to exit out of your bad trade with a loss because there may be more pain coming. This is the part of trading. You just don't know where the market's going to go. You have to decide how you want to play it. And for me, I'm just going to keep on continually doing the SPY Iron Condors while I'm playing all my other stuff. I have, like I said, I follow a lot of different tickers. So I have a lot of long bets on those stocks. And then I'm collecting premium, either using cash secure puts or cover calls. With that being said, hey, that's it for this week's video. Leave a comment, thumbs up, subscribe, share this with a friend. Let's do this together. Let's do this $1 at a time. As always, have a profitable day. Bye-bye.